welcome to the channel, welcome to the workshop. If you've seen from the Facebook page yesterday, me and my daughter headed down to the NEC in Birmingham to go to the MCM Comic Con event. She went in her cosplay as Grell Sutcliffe from Black Butler. You'll see me working on a big chainsaw prop replica, which needed some upgrades to get it ready for the show. I decided at 45 years old though to do my first cosplaying when I went with her. And as you can see, I fully indulged my geekdom and went as a Starfleet officer, primarily from Star Trek Voyager and to an extent early DS9, but this is primarily for me a Star Trek Voyager uniform. I posted some pictures of that onto the Star Trek Voyager fan group page on Facebook, and I got absolutely loads of positive feedback. I couldn't thank you guys enough for the feedback. What I also got was a lot of questions about where I got my uniform from, as well as some of the props that I was taking with me, like the pad, the phaser, my tricorder. So I thought I'd do a quick video to run through where I got everything from. I was working to a budget, how I sourced it all, and just go through the quality of it all. So we'll start with Jumpsuit. The Jumpsuit is a generic one. It's, if you go onto eBay, which is where I got this one from, there's a load of sellers of exactly the same one. You can tell because all the sizes are identical when you go into the listings. So I decided to go with a UK seller, just in case there was any issues with it, and mainly for sizing. I'll go on that in a minute. But I found the seller in the UK, also sold the undershirt as well. We're going through again the undershirt in a bit more detail. But the jumpsuit was £27 delivered. So it was a combination with this. So I'll go through both. But £27 delivered. This is an extra large. It's one of the largest ones they sell. I am not that big. I am 6 foot tall, or just shy of 6 foot, and I weigh 13.5 stone. I had to size it for this particular one by the dimensions of my shoulders, my arm length, and my waist. Everything else was going to be slightly too big. It is a little bit long, and when it came, the chest was too big. What it did have though is expansion flaps in the back, like pleats in the back here. So I had my other half just run it through the sewing machine to close them up. As you can see, it fits really, really well now. But it is an extra large, just to be aware that the sizes are a little bit out. I was expecting a medium to a large, but it is an extra large. So say this was £27. The undershirt, this was a bit more of a challenge. If you watch the show, you'll know that the colour of this is very difficult to determine. I found an internet page that went through all the changes of the colour of the undershirt. In the early series, it looks very much like a lilac colour. It's very difficult to determine whether it's lilac or grey. And then through the 7 series, it constantly changes. And towards the end of the series, it pretty much stabilises with this darker grey. So this is what I decided to go with the darker grey colour. I also wanted to, for the sizing of it, to make sure it was nice and tight around this. This is very flexible. I also didn't want it too long that it came out the bottom of the arms. So this is a medium. So same manufacturer, medium undershirt, extra large jumpsuit. The price for this was 30 quid. So it was combined with this as well. So it was like 67.50 for both of them. But I think the quality of them is really, really good. I wore this for the drive down there, which was 2 hours, round the con for 5 hours, and a 2-hour drive back. And I wasn't overly sweaty or overly warm. It's really breathable, really flexible. Doesn't pinch in anywhere. So it just did the job absolutely perfectly. I think it's a pretty damn good representation of what they used in the show. So I also got asked a few questions about the props. So what I'm going to do now is just go over to the workshop and we'll go in a bit more close details on the props I bought specifically, where I got them from, how much they cost, and you can see more close. Okay, cheers. So these are the props I picked up for my cosplay. I picked them over a number of years. We'll start with the most important one, which is the obviously the con badge. This is a really nice piece of kit from Geeky Whatnots on eBay. It's resin cast. It's got badge attachments to the back. Well, they have the options not to have those installed, so you can. I'm assuming you can put magnets in. But as you can see, it's a really nice finish on this. It's been enamel painted, and I really did like this. I didn't want the shiny, over shiny ones you sometimes get on the replicas. They're all metallic. It came with the pips in both colours, so you can be any rank you want to be. The only issue I had with this, I'm clear on this, is that the things for the badges, they're not centered, which meant it was a bit of a struggle. Didn't take too long, but it's a bit of a struggle to get the pips in line. Other than that, really recommend these, and they were only 13 quid, which I thought was a bargain. The next thing, the most important thing I got was this. This I bought a couple of years ago before I even thought about doing a cosplay, just because I wanted it on the shelf. I bought it from AliExpress. It's a phaser specific to, say, Voyager. Quite nice finish, resin cast, quite some weight to it. I did not pay a lot of money for this. I'm conscious they have gone up in value. I think I paid 10 quid or less for this. Looking today, they're £18 now. This is quite nicely finished. The original plan was to buy it, repair it, fill it, and then repaint. I never got around to it. It does the job absolutely fine. Looks really good. Some weight to it as well. The other thing I wanted to get was a pad. Now this one, I looked at a few 3D printed, including one that had a backlit, but you could see the 3D print lines, and I didn't want that. This is 3D printed. This is from a guy on eBay again called Dave's 3D Print Shop. This was 27 quid, and it's fully finished, fully painted, and you cannot see the print lines on it at all. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. The only lines you can see are in these inner edges, and to be honest with you, you can't see them, and they actually add, when you look at it, it has a little bit of depth to it. And it just really does look good. In addition to that, it also came with some additional screens. They just slide in and out the top. I just thought it was really well made, and again, for 27 quid, fully finished, more than happy. This sits on the shelf in the house. Now, tricorders. As you can see, I went with a Playmates toy replica from I think this one's from 1994. I looked at 3D print ones with the holder. They're about the same price I paid for this. I paid £45 for this, although obviously prices will vary on condition, and I obviously got it with the box and everything else. But the ones for the similar price, the 3D prints, you could see all the print lines. They weren't that great, and this one lights up. This one's fully working, and I know it's TNG, but it's close enough for what I needed. All works fine. I'm also impressed the fact that this one, I think's lived in its box all its life. It's still got the sticker that tells you that there's a switch in the battery department to turn it off from the testing section, the testing on its suppressor here. So I was umming around with it to take this off or not, and I decided to leave that sticker on because it's going to primarily live in its box. It might come out every so often if I do cosplay again. But yeah, for the same price to pay for a 3D print to get this in this condition and working, I was more than happy to go down this route. So that was primarily the props I took with me. Didn't end up using hardly any of them on the day. We were too busy walking around, and it was that busy. We're too busy just taking the whole day in. But I'm glad I've got this selection. These will live on a shelf together with some of my other Star Trek replicas and model ships and things like that. But I thought I'd just go through this. So I'll link onto what's still available, which you say primarily the jumpsuit, the undershirt, the com badge and pips, and the 3D printed pad. These are still on AliExpress. There's quite a few sizes. They're about £18. Obviously, I won't put a link to this because it's subjective. It depends on what condition you're after, whether you just want this, what condition you want the box in. As you can see, this box is in very good condition. It even comes with its cardboard insert, as well as all the instructions are inside this as well. I might do a detailed review on this at some future point. But I'll do the links to what's still available, and hopefully that'll help someone out in sorting out their cosplay. I'm not first cosplay I've done. I just wanted it to be as best as I could possibly do, and with the support and all the likes I got on the Voyager group on Facebook, just really helped make my day really good. So hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Cheers.